So I'm in Medium North, right? And at the time, a young nigga from Broadway Gangsters was doing rep. I'ma keep it all the way 1,000. For a young nigga that was 21, bro really knew how to politic and run a dorm. Like, I mean, this young nigga wasn't letting niggas get away with no slack. And he actually led by example. Nobody was bigger than the program, not even him. So the way the dorm was ran, you know, nigga give you a set of rules. And if you break one of the rules, you will have to do 500 push-ups. And I'ma be real, man, I really respected that. Because even though he wanted niggas to look at it like a form of punishment, it was a form of punishment that was benefiting the nigga that was getting punished. Strength for a man will always be beneficial. Say you was a tough guy and you didn't want to do the 500 push-ups, other option is go to the blue wall and let's see how tough you really are. Because you finna get your ass beat. Have 500 push-ups and get stronger, or go straight to the back and get your ass beat. You pick one. Shit crazy, because you know the main rule that everybody used to get caught breaking? Either walking on the back of your slippers, meaning you got your shoes halfway on. They not all the way on your feet. You got them halfway on like slippers. Or walking to the shower in your shower shoes. In jail, you gotta walk to the shower in your regular shoes, and then when you get to the shower, then you put your shower shoes on and get in the shower. If you get caught walking from your bed to the shower in your shower shoes, that's a violation. 500 push-ups. You don't want to do the 500 push-ups, ass whooping. So anyways, man, the homie the Mac rep, and he running a dorm. And at the time, you know, we in the gangster dorm, so we got like an alliance with the Bloods. And the Bloods is in the dorms next door. But the Bloods are the ones that pretty much like the trustees and work and pass out the food and all of that shit. So every morning, the Bloods, they would pass out breakfast to everybody, right? Once they done passing out all the breakfasts, they would give all the leftover breakfasts to the homie from Broadway. Then he'll sell all the breakfasts for a suit. I remind you, we in the gangster dorm. So you got LA County Gangster Crip, and then you got gangster Crips from other cities that's in LA County, like the Valley, Pomona, and all that type of shit. So at the time, it's a buff ass nigga from some shit called Do Rock Gangster Crip, and they in Duarte. This nigga was buff, I ain't gonna lie. He was like Beast off the X-Men. Anyways, he come to the homie from Broadway, right? He like, hey bro, let me get 2 breakfasts and I'm gonna give you the soups when store come. So the nigga from Broadway like, all right, bet, give him the breakfasts and shit, cause you know he a homie. Anyways, long story short, right, store come. When store come, he act like he not trying to get a homie the soup. Eventually the homie go up to the nigga and confront him like, hey man, what's up with them soups for the breakfasts and shit? That's when the nigga from Do Rock like, huh, what you talking about? Like, nigga, the breakfasts I gave you the other morning, you told me you was gonna get the soups on store day. That's when he get to playing dumb. He like, oh, I thought you was looking out for a nigga like on some homie shit. I didn't know I had to pay you back. The homie like, hell no, my nigga, what you think I do? That's how I eat. Like, nigga, I don't got nobody putting money on my book. The nigga from Do Rock like, all right, bet, I got you type shit. So now the nigga waiting for the nigga to go get the soups and shit. But he like taking his sweet ass time. So now it get to the point where the homie called the nigga back over to his bed. So I see them chopping it up and shit. And after I seen them chopping it up, I start to head over there. The way it sounded when I walked up, I'm guessing the nigga from Do Rock felt like he was pressing a nigga now to like get his shit. All I see is the nigga take off his glasses like, on Duarte Gangsters, I ain't paying you nothing. Soon as he said that, the homie like, all right, we gonna get down. He like, bet. The homie from Broadway, he get up and go tell the Mexicans like, get ready to rack the bunks and shit, cause the boxing ring was on their side. I'ma be real, you know what I'm saying? The homie from Broadway had squabbles. I seen this nigga blender shit up in that dorm. Cause even though he was young, he wasn't no little nigga. The whole time I'm waiting, I'm like, okay, they finna get it in, because I know for sure the homie got squabbled, and I don't know, this nigga kind of buff, so it's gonna be a good fight. So I'm sitting on the bunk and shit, waiting for everything to go down, and that's when niggas come to me like, hey, Success, you gonna be in it? I'm like, in what? They like, man, we finna pack that nigga out. Like, we can't let that buff ass nigga beat our rep up. It's gonna make us look weak in front of other races. Now at the time, my hand was fucked up. I had a boxing fracture. Nigga had a fight not too long ago and socked the nigga in the head and fucked my hand up. Like, my hand was really fucked up. Like, every time I moved that motherfucker, it hurted. But when they asked me if I wanted to be in it, I'm thinking to myself like, nigga, y'all niggas know my hand fucked up. But instead of using that as an excuse, I said, shit, you already know, nigga, I'm riding with the low. So bam, everybody get to setting everything up, right? So I guess in the middle, while everything was getting set up, nigga from Do Rock end up having a change of heart. He go over to the homie from Broadway with the 2 soups like, here. And I guess he say some shit like, my bad for the misunderstanding, or some shit like that along those lines. So after that, the homie from Broadway, he take the soup. Like, good looking out, but we still gonna get down. You could tell the nigga from Do Rock low-key looked shocked, because he thinking if he gave the soups up, it was gonna be over. So after that, you know what I'm saying, the Mexicans end up setting the ring up, and all of us start going back there. It's me, a nigga from Avalon, a nigga from Hoover, a nigga from Broadway, and a couple other niggas. So we back there waiting and shit. And out of nowhere, we like, where this nigga at? He like taking forever to come to the back. So the homie like, man, where the fuck this nigga at? Turns out this nigga taking a shit. He had to take a shit before he had to go fight. Now, I don't know if he seen us all go back there while he was taking a shit, but I guess his spider senses was tingling that he was about to get jumped. So before he ended up going back there to catch the fade, he went around the dorm and recruited some of the gangsters of his own. So, man, we all in the back and shit, and then the police come in. They come in, you know what I'm saying? They walk and shit, right? And we all on the Mexican side, sitting down. So when the police get up over there, they see us all sitting on the beds and shit. They already knew what time it was. They looked dead at us like, hey, man, y'all just make it quick, all right? We looked up at the nigga like, don't trip, we got you. So anyways, they walk and they leave. So as soon as they leave out, that's when the nigga from Do Rock end up mobbing his way to the back. But when he show up to the back, he show up with like 3 other people. So when we noticed them, we like, what the fuck y'all niggas doing back here? That's when one of the niggas step up like, we just came back here to make sure the homie get a head up fade. Once that nigga said that, the homie from Avalon like, y'all niggas might as well come out y'all shirts right now then, cause we finna pack this nigga out. Soon as he said that, the homie from Avalon like, homies, pill out. Soon as he said that, all of us just got to peeling out our shirts. Soon as everybody got their shirt off, the same nigga that said we came back here to make sure the homie get a head up fade, he tried to take off on the homie. Now when he take off, I'm standing to the side of the nigga. So I got like an open shot at the nigga. As soon as he get off, I get off. I hit the nigga dead in the motherfucking jaw as hard as I can. But it was with my bad hand. And the shit crazy though, cause when I hit the nigga, I'm like, damn, that motherfucker was hurting. I'm like, damn, that shit probably hurting me more than it hurt him. So now we all squabbing, it's rumbling, right? It's to the point where this shit is no longer just in the ring, it's everywhere. It got to the point where the Mexicans was running all the way to the front. Niggas just locking, right? And this shit is crazy as fuck, cause we all locking, right? And I don't know how, but I end up stepping back. And when I stepped back, I noticed that nobody was trying to run up on a nigga from Do Rock. Like damn near everybody's scared to run up on that nigga because he's so fucking big. So basically, since he was just standing there all alone, I ran up on that nigga, creamed cub, boom! I swear, when I hit that nigga, that shit didn't do nothing to that nigga. That nigga ate that shit. Now I'm in trouble. I like start backing up, right? And I just remember the nigga coming towards me, and I couldn't do nothing but brace myself for the hit. Boom! He fired on me. And when he hit me hard, so it knocked me off my feet. Now I'm on one of the bunks, but I'm like on my back. So now he trying to get me while I'm on the bunk. Every time he try to gum up under the bunk, I kick the nigga like, boom, you feel me, get back. And then finally the homie from Broadway came and helped the nigga and got that nigga up off me. Now I hop back up and I'm up on one of the other niggas now. We squabbing, it's getting to the point now we all the way in the day room now fighting. We where motherfucking tables is and where niggas eating this shit now. Once I seen that we was all the way in the day room, I'm like, oh yeah, we ain't getting away with this. I'm like, the police for sure on their way now. And it's like, soon as I thought that shit, that's when you hear the doors get to popping. So boom, they get to run into that motherfucker. Get out, screaming and all that bullshit. You know how they do. Niggas get on the floor and shit, right? And then, you know, they end up doing all the shits. But they end up sending everybody back to their bunk. I'm over here on my bed like, damn, I don't got my blue top. They gonna know I was in the riot because everybody peeled their shirts off, but I didn't go get my motherfucking shirt when the police ran up in there. But somebody ended up giving me an extra one, so I was good. But now they walking around, they checking niggas' knuckles and shit for scars and all this type of shit, right? Now the one nigga, the original nigga that came over with the nigga from Do Rock and was speaking for him, that nigga got it the worst. Like niggas whooped that nigga so bad, that nigga pants was literally ripped off him. Like niggas literally whooped the pants off that boy. But since he was so fucked up, they knew he was involved, so they ended up taking him. Then they took my bunkie from Avalon, and then they took a couple other niggas. So now everybody, after it's over, we all in the dorm chopping it up about the shit, laughing and shit, right? I look over at the nigga from Do Rock while I'm sitting on my bed. He look back at me and start smiling and shit like, yeah, nigga, your ass got me, I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, shit, nigga, you got me. Yeah, but my bad, I've been MIA. I've been working on producing the podcast and shit, right? So I'm gonna be dropping that real soon. But y'all like, follow, and comment for more